first-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks finish off a long homestand. They welcome in the Jackson State Tigers out of the SWAC. It's a final tune-up for the Hogs before a Thanksgiving Day matchup with the Duke Blue Devils.
To go in the second half, and I never was able to get up off of my seat because Winthrop kept knocking down threes, but hopefully they can learn from it and come out better tonight.
The touch. Malik Thomas again not starting tonight. Acuff on the drive, and the floater won't go. And the rebound. 3 players average in double figures, but a team that scores just 60 points a game. Played Auburn a couple of nights ago, a double clutch shot, an air ball from Mitchell. Often really going to work. High arcing shot, touched about every portion of the rim, and it was last touched by Trevin. It'll stay Jackson State basketball.
You got Donald's All-American, but he's got some good one-on-one skills. He can create. He's a smaller, explosive version. Nice player, though.
And there's another. Pass was deflected and caught by Acuff. Pringle, a little bit out of rhythm, and he will draw the.
Against an opponent in an arena, you know, the concentration level and the Louisville, so on and so forth, you're going to have to run these sets and get good looks in crunch time.
And those teams, a lot of shots, but he bounces one to McMillian. The 3 won't go. Rebound to Mitchell. They'll reload and fire at him. 18 against Louisville. 5 early points for Jackson State. Acuff open, pulls the trigger on a 3. Trevin Brazil, the rebound, and just lays it over the 10 and down. Malik Thomas isn't on the floor, though. Sometimes I think you have some guys standing around wondering who's going to take the shot. Knox will, and Carter hits the 3. Arkansas using more of the shot clock than I thought they might. Mitchell has to go. Got Acuff in the air. Darius had his hands down by his side, but a little bit of a bump and a foul. Here that you need to break when you're a big-time player.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys, especially your more, a great player does, is the other phases of his game, the rebounding, the running, the defense.
Maybe a chance for Jackson State to run with numbers. Mitchell passes on the 3, passes on contesting and challenging. Malik Thomas is in the game. I'm ready for a shot. There it is. He will hoist. Nobody takes or makes more shots in the SEC. Reballed up from Simmons. Another rebound for Knox. Thomas, there's the lob. Richmond, the catch and the flush. Over you and wide right. Another rebound for Carter Knox. Thomas, there's a patch to Richmond. How about the Whitfield? Running off some of the misses, and they might just do it again. Carter Knox steps away. There's Ewan.
3 in a row.
Richmond back to Ewan. Good thing scrambling. Hoover after the up fake. Little fling that won't go, but the tip in. Williams, 4th year as the head coach. 13-year NBA career. We'll talk more about it. There's Thomas with the little floater, and it'll die in the back iron.
But you have to do the hustle things, the passing, the blocking, the screening, and all the better base, so that when he shoots the ball on a lot of these short shots that we've seen early in the game that he's taken, he has not been on balance, and he's missed them both.
Couple of free throw makes from the best free throw shooting team in the conference. That was executed well, and Williams with a lay in this. Jackson State made just 1 3 so far. How about another?
That's a tough shot right there.
Been in the state of Mississippi in the high school ranks. Acuff open on a 3. That looked true out of his hands. First points tonight. Arkansas's freshman needed 12 points combined between Malik and Darius to get to 200 on the year. A behind-the-back pass. Acuff the catch.
Can you feel some heat? They don't fear that.
You're right. Almost cost him a game. Hoover with an open look. He'll knock one in. Above the rim. And Arkansas will come back. Richmond with the step around. And he gets a friendly roll off the back iron. Backdoor cut and a knock away. Wagner will keep it. Wagner will flush. DJ from Richard Jefferson, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, and a guy by the name of LeBron James are on that team with him.
Yeah, they had a heck of a squad, boy. What a series that was.
Knox working his way downhill. Hangs in the air. Again, a little bit of contact, no whistle. Carter trying to find that rhythm.
Just slow down and make the play.
Another turnover, though, the 5th against Arkansas. McMillian. Nice ball. Billy Richmond says no, sir. Working his way downhill. Open look for Carter Knox. That was long out of his hands. Richmond, the catch and the flush. Arkansas is ready to run. Carter Knox the catch. Carter Knox with the hard landing, and Jackson State was back to disrupt.
There's not many teams in the country that can play at the pace as efficiently as Arkansas either. A lot of times when you feel like you're going to get in a blowout game, guys start cheating because they want the
Pringle the rebound, and Arkansas will look to run again. Brazil coming down the floor. Oh, goodness. Trevin.
Shoot threes, and I think some of the injury was a confidence thing, but you can see right now
he'd love to be drafted as a 5th-year college player, and for a number of years that was not a common thing.
Get in there, they can't finish it.
Malik Thomas kicks for Billy. Open look for DJ Wagner, and he will bury the triple.
Energy running, but they just sometimes you got to get a little more under control, not try to thread the needle so much.
Open look for Carter Knox, and that's a make, and maybe that'll provide. Richmond wants another lob. Malik Thomas with the spin. Thomas with the finish. They might get to 50 points if they get a steal. Malik too tall, and Brazil will rebound. Hard pass. Carter Knox the catch, and he'll go right back to the free throw line.
There, guys were spread out on the wings, which enabled Carter Knox to come flying down the middle and get a pass.
9 points.
He'll concentrate on his defense and his read.
Not going to stay in bounds. Uh-oh. Carter Knox ahead of the pack. Another dunk for the Razorbacks, and that's a double. There was a step through for a moment. Carter might have another dunk.
Get you another one.
This one's going to be more of a highlight from Carter Knox, and a hard landing and altered a shot. Brazil running the floor.
If you're going to try to take him one-on-one, you might incorporate a pump fake.
Carter Knox went down the lane. Again, he hit the deck hard. Much more of a three-point shooting contest. Arkansas had a game here with UCA where they were combined, I think, 75 three-point shots. Nice make from Devin Ree. Wagner was open, didn't pull the trigger, but he'll step back and take that three, and that's a couple of makes from distance from DJ. And miss. Another rebound for Brazil. TB likes to run the floor. He's going to go from one end to the other, scoops it off the glass, and it would not drop. Expected a one-point game with the 11 seconds is to see chaos. Now, there was a similar situation with some chaos. We'll show you a little bit later on. That's a make from McMillian. There was some chaos last night in the Muss Bus, a triple overtime three at the buzzer. There's a make from Acuff, but
that's a good way to put it.
Nearly an interception, and it was. Acuff pokes one ahead for Wagner. DJ will hammer it with a percent tonight from the field. Ewan will get his dunk after all, and caught the ball between his legs on some of these guys.
That guy's athletic.
5 minutes gone here in our second half. McMillian got a pretty good looking shot, knocked one down. 15 turnovers tonight for Jackson State. There's the lob, Ewan the catch, another flush. Malik Ewan up to 10.
No
Sealy.
Communication easy.
Pass was right back to Sealy, and Isaiah will score. Because he's right on that cut line. Cal doesn't have a deep rotation, even in these non-con games. Sealy finds Ewan, and Ewan is just dunking one.
He has a great demeanor. I mean, you've seen him over there. He understands what he's got and what he...
Have another pass at him. A little bit off the mark to DJ Wagner. He'll give to Billy Richmond. He didn't realize how open he was, and he'll lay it in. That's a 12-point game for Billy. Much needed make. Malik Thomas has been somewhat quiet, though.
Give him a minute.
He's ready to rock. Well, Malik Ewan is kind of stealing the show here as of late.
He better send them a Christmas card. That's all I got to say.
That's like doing 80 at a school zone, and the cop says, you're good.
Yeah,
don't worry about it this time.
Dude. Let me see your license.
And college basketball is roaring into full force as we get towards Thanksgiving. A lot of tournaments this week. Malik Thomas quiet no longer, and that's another
preseason with these games.
Here comes Billy Richmond. He's put on a highlight show tonight. Not sure what that was, but Seeley will finish. That's 13. This from Simmons. Uh-oh.
Come on, no.
Some official get in between these two. We do not need this. And Arkansas put up a brigade of coaches and staff. Arkansas has more staff members than anybody in the country, and every one of them was on the court.
For potential flagrant.
And again, it looked like Joe
going to the line to shoot free throws out of all that.
Yeah, I didn't know they called the initial.
Jackson State for the game shooting 26%, Arkansas at 64. So that's part of the issue. Butler will turn around and make that one. So Kobe Butler. Nick Pringle almost demanding the ball in the paint, but Wagner will drive instead, flips it up with the left hand, and a chance for it. I think DJ's scoring may ebb and flow a little bit based on whether the.
We rarely see him driving in the lane or doing anything out of hoping it works out. He's always under control, makes good plays.
Trevin Brazil with the
slow it down.
No,
they're gonna look to defend and guard, and they're gonna want to push it.
It's a make from Reed. Richmond, the left-hander, driving to his right, now crossing over. Malik Ewins had a fun night and another basket. This one banked in a 7.
Well, the points coming into this game that Cal was trying to make was sharing the ball and guarding the ball. Defense.
15th dunk, and they had a 2-on-0 break and got nothing. Hoover will hoist another 3. He's hit 3 triples this evening.
You take it. No, you take it. You take it, and then nobody took it.
Another lob, another catch, this time a lay-in. Seeley with the rebound. Arkansas his number. Seeley's going to bounce for Wagner. Reverse layup and a basket.
Nice.
Another lob, another catch, another dunk. Arkansas is putting on a dunk. Recalibrate the rims.
Because I think they're going to run that play again if they don't do it.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're just going to keep doing that pick and roll and that spin and that lob. Richmond another rebound. Seeley lost the ball on the way up, and it still fell through. Lands through the twine.
Yep.
Should be an easy basket, and it is for Kedrick Simmons.
21 on Jackson State. Jopic is a big dude.
Billy Richmond poke another one at 12. Hoover's had a strong game, and he will hoist and hit another one. 19 for Tim. Karuletwa in and out on the 3. Ahead of the pack is Simmons, who will dunk one down.
To have before you're going to get an extreme test on Thanksgiving Day.
But a banked in 3. Improves to 5-1. The Razorbacks put up 68 points in the second half. On their way to 115. A lot of players who had some big nights.
Yeah, again, to touch on again, we kind of talked about it at length, but the things that they were worried about, the passing needed to step up. Cal was not pleased with those 2 areas of his team, especially after